if we were 60 for none after the power play, it would have been okay. The pitch was a bit difficult, and part of batting and going in is to assess the conditions, and and sometimes guys make mistakes in assessing those conditions. So I think Quinny's a world-class player. If he gets that right, he's played like that his whole career. He's a type of guy. If he comes off, he wins the match. So we as a batting unit, we're not too worried about that.
Great, thanks. We'll go for those, then Lloyd.
Hi, Rassie. Well batted, and also just what a finish there. Can you just tell us a little bit about the feelings in those last couple of overs, especially with the wicket off the no ball and then the drop catch and then the catch and the scores being level and all of that stuff?
Yeah, it's difficult to say. Obviously, it's a game of fine margins, and just towards the end didn't go away. I thought the bowlers fought brilliantly to give us a chance to come close. We all know that the pitch, the toss plays a good role or a big role in day games here. So after losing the toss, and we were always under pressure, the pitch gets a lot better to bat on, as we saw when Imam and Babar played. They made it look quite easy out there. So the pitch definitely became a lot more true and consistent. But I think the credit must go to the bowlers, and it's quite disappointing for us to not to get over the line, because I feel like they deserved it.
Thanks, Lloyd, and then Ken.
Thanks, Lucy. Rassie, well batted and hard luck. Is there a feeling with the new leadership from within the group? If you can just give us a sense of what the chat's been like over the last week. Is there a strong feeling of this being a clean slate for the ODI side and South African cricket as a whole? And then just what you've experienced, to help us understand from the outside looking in, what kind of a leader Temba's been in the week. What's been the chat with him in terms of his vision and where you guys are going. Just the general feeling as a group at the moment.
Yeah, I think that the general feeling is very positive at the moment. We haven't played ODI cricket in, I think, about a year, over a year, I think. So, it is a bit of a clean slate with Temba coming in, new leadership, and there's an overall positive feeling. The guys are hungry to win games and to perform, and that's what makes it also, to an extent, very disappointing tonight to come so close and not get over the line. We're all aware that with the ODI championship you play for points, so to lose it at the end like that is pretty disappointing. But Temba, I've played under Temba for a long time in my career. He's a brilliant captain and leader, and I think that's his sort of demeanor and his presence in the change room. The guys respect him a lot. He leads from the front, and that's the type of guy you want. I think he'll just get better and better. He's done it for many years at franchise level and been a very successful captain, and won many trophies. And he's the type of guy who gets the best out of his players. So overall feeling very positive. And the way we fought back today, after really being out of it after about 30 overs or so, showed that fighting spirit that we have in the team. And it's disappointing, yes, to lose, but the feeling overall is positive. I think a lot of teams would have just rolled over after that one big partnership. But the way Andrich came in and took those wickets and the whole team rallying behind him, it was really positive.
Thanks.
Thanks. Ken, then Telford, then we'll start taking the last few questions.
Thanks, Lucy. Congratulations, Rassie. Very well batted. Just how difficult was it batting in that first hour? And given what Andrich then did in that second spell of his, is there a feeling that maybe South Africa's bowlers maybe should have emulated Pakistan a bit more and bowled more sort of test match sort of lines and aggression?
Yeah, Ken, I felt it's always a bit difficult in that first hour and a half we'll probably see the same thing on Sunday at the Wanderers. The pitch just retains a little bit of moisture, and that sort of allows the ball to sort of just sit up. It's a bit too paced. It's difficult to hit through the line, and it's a difficult pitch to come in on and start hitting gaps straight away. So, the challenge when you bat first is to try and give yourself a sort of base, and then capitalize towards the end as the pitch gets better. I mean, we obviously lost a few wickets up front, which wasn't ideal. So early on we were probably backs against the wall, but that I suppose that's what we can do in our batting lineup, and to get to a competitive score, I think is really positive for our batting sort of group. The plan was to bowl sort of more test lengths, and I think Lungi and KG started brilliantly. But again, it's the Highveld, it's Supersport Park, and as the pitch gets harder and flatter, it does get really difficult to defend at the Highveld here, where scoring is quite free. So again, I'll reiterate that a lot of credit has to go to our bowlers, because I've played many games here where bowling sides have been in that situation, sort of six and over with wickets in hand. You normally get home with 5-6 overs to spare. So the spirit that the bowlers showed there to fight back, and that was brilliant to see.
Thanks, Ken. Telford, and then we'll go Kaniso, and then one last one from Zaid.
How's it, Rassie? Very well batted, young man. I'm not trying to be nasty, but this is a cruel question. Would you rather score 100 or take a catch that might win the game?
I'd actually do both. It's a game of fine margins, and looking back, that was a chance, a half chance that could have gone our way had I got 100 a little bit earlier. At the end, it's sort of in the twilight light sort of situation. I'd never got in a good position to catch it, and I barely got a fingertip to it. So, but it's situations like that. 100 overs can come down to one moment, and and that's it's not cruel. It's just sport. It's just life. That's how it is.
Sorry, Rassie, we just lost you there right at the end. I think just need to.
I don't know what happened there. I don't know where you lost me, but where did you lose me?
It's just sport.
Yeah,
Just life.
okay. Yeah, that's just sport. That's life. 100 overs can come down to one moment, and as professional sportsmen, you got to be ready for that moment every time. And on another day, it would have gone straight to the fielder, and we would have taken it. And but it wasn't our day today. And as a professional sportsman, that's why you're there. So I don't know if I answered your question, but
Yes, it does.
Thank you very much. Perfect. Thanks, Rassie. And then Kaniso.
Rassie, congratulations on your innings. There's been a lot of talk with regards to how South Africa want to approach the game in the way that England did. But how important is it to be condition specific in terms of playing attacking cricket up front, which could have been the case today but didn't work out?
Yeah, I think England has been probably the best team, ODI team for the last 2 years or so, and they've got a formula that works for them. And again, like I said, we give the batters freedom to express themselves, especially up front in the power play, and that's where Quinny is brilliant. Today it didn't come off for him, but you can't now go and can place any blame on him for that, or that's the way he plays, and the nature of cricketers. You're not going to be successful every time, but a guy like Quinny is successful more often than not. So that's not something as a batting unit we'll look back on and be very disappointed about. Losing the 3 wickets in a cluster there, that's something you know, that we don't want to do. But in our whole lineup, our top 6, we know we've got guys who can bat long and bat deep. And today it was myself and Miller, and you know, we got after the pitch play difficult in the first hour and a half or so. You know, we got us to a score that in the end was very close to being enough.
Thanks, Kaniso. One last one from Zaid, then we'll wrap this one up, and then please stay on the line for the Pakistan press conference.
Hi, Rassie. Can
Sorry?
you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Yeah. You said earlier that it got easier batting second. What do you have to say about Babar Azam's knock? How do you plan for someone who is in such great form?
Yeah, Babar Azam is obviously a world-class player. We know that. He played very well today. He's a guy who has many boundary options. I thought our bowlers bowled well to him, but you know, guys also allowed to bat well. So the pitch this afternoon definitely suited his game. He doesn't move his feet a lot, and he sort of relies on his hands. And you can only play like that when the pitch is playing true and the bounce is consistent. So yeah, I think he played a great innings. Look, it was a brilliant innings. He put pressure on our bowlers and on their lengths and lines, and yeah, there's not much more to say about that. He's a world-class player who put in a performance, and yeah, basically won it for his team. So.